Hello friends, I'm Cynthia and this is my cat, Sergeant Pepper. Welcome to my channel, Feeling Better Every Day, where I share with you yoga and fitness videos, healthy recipes, and self-care tips to keep you feeling stronger every day. Now today we have yoga for runners, which would be beneficial for just about anybody, but especially for those of you who enjoy running regularly, maybe several times a week. Taking the 15 or 20 minutes after a run when you're warm to fully stretch can benefit you by preventing injury and may even help you run stronger and faster. You will need a strap or a long belt for part of this practice today. Let's get started. So we'll begin standing today with nice wide feet. I want you to step out really wide, wider than your hips. Point your toes forward and the heels out just a bit. And then stand up really tall and center yourself over your hips. So we're not leaning forward or back, but we're centered. And place your hands right in your hip crease. Take a big inhale. And then keeping the spine long, let's take a forward fold. Now you may be happy about right here with your fingertips down. If so, that's great. If it's accessible to you, come on down a little further, maybe putting the elbows down on the mat, maybe even the top of your head. We'll take some breaths right here, no big rush. We'll get the full benefit of this stretch. Nice long breaths. Now come back onto your fingertips. Lift up about halfway. Bend the knees. Plant your hands on your thighs and roll back up. Center yourself over your hips again, and let's interlock the fingers behind your low back or your hips. And you can bring the heels of the hands and the thumbs together this way, or open the palms, whichever one is more comfortable for you here. Lengthen your spine, make your collarbones long, and then we'll fold forward. This time, we'll let the hands fall over toward the floor. Nice long breaths. Now release your fingers, plant your fingertips, lift back up about halfway, bend the knees, hands on the thighs, and roll up. Great. Now point your right toes toward the small end of your mat. Left foot stays right where it is. We'll take a big inhale here. And then exhale as you bend the right knee, and I want you to bend it far enough so the right knee centers over the right ankle. So you'll start to really feel this in your left hip joint right here, and that's what we're looking for. So let's take the right elbow down to the thigh. Take the left shoulder back in space and make your body here as long as you can. And then reach the left hand up past the top of your head. So we're looking for a straight line from the left fingertips to the left foot. Now you may be good right here. If you want to go in a little deeper, you can take the right hand down inside your foot, plant the fingertips, and reach overhead. Nice long breaths. Now let's bring the left hand down to the mat, roll the left heel up, and and lengthen out. Now we're still keeping this right knee over the right ankle. Lengthen out, make your body nice and long here. Rock forward and then press back. I see I have another cat who's joined me today on my mat. This is Esther. Now step the left foot in just a little and keeping both legs straight, keeping your spine long. Now you may be happy right here, or if you like to, you can fold in. Let's lift back up. Step that left foot back out where it was. Bend the right knee. Come back to that low lunge and lower the left knee down to the mat. Now walk your hands back. Roll these right toes up. Straighten this leg as much as you're able, keeping the arms extended and the spine extended. You can stay right here if this is good, if you're happy here. If you'd like to fold in, you can fold in. Now we'll lift back up, nice long spine. Walk the hands forward, plant that right foot and bend the right knee again. Now let's reach your heart forward here. So we're getting into the hip flexors, left side. Now plant your left hand firmly on the mat. Bring the left heel in toward your bum and reach back with the right hand. Grab that foot. Now if it's not catchable, you may just bring it in a bit, or you may be happy just to stay right here. If accessible, pull the heel in toward your bum. Now we'll release the foot, not too much of a slingshot. Center yourself toward the top of your mat here. Turn the toe down and back, lift the knee, and step the left foot up. Plant both feet and we'll take a forward fold, keeping the knees bent slightly, maybe, or straightening, whichever one works for you. And then we'll plant the fingertips and heel toe out. So we'll bring the toes about to the edge of your mat, heels in, toes out. And then we'll sit the hips all the way down to the heels. Bring the triceps inside the knees so you can push a bit here and make your spine long. Now you may find that your heels are just not going down to the mat today, so you can try a couple things. Try putting a little more space between your feet. If that is not helping to make it accessible, then you can certainly stay up on the toes and open the hips that way on the fingertips. You can even use your elbows here to kind of push your knees open. We're looking for the hip opening in this posture. Pushing the knees open. Let's take one more breath. Now, fingertips back down on the mat. Lift the hips. Straighten the legs. Heel toe in. Forward fold. Bend your knees. And we'll roll all the way up. Roll the shoulders down and back. And we'll step the left foot back. Coming into that nice wide stance we started with, and we'll do all of that on the other side. So we'll center ourselves over our hips here. Bring your hands to your hip crease. Take an inhale, and then exhale, fold forward. Keep your spine long. Stopping here or folding in more. And come back onto the fingertips. Lift up, bend the knees, hands to the thighs, roll up. And I'm doing all of that to protect your low back. Interlock your fingers behind you. This time let's try interlocking the fingers the odd way with the other index finger on top. Thumbs together or palms open, whichever one works. Slide those thumbs down, lengthen the collarbones. Inhale, and then exhale, fold forward. Let your hands fall all the way over past the top of your head to the floor. Well, toward the floor. Well done. Release your fingers. Plant the fingertips. Lift up. Bend the knees. Hands to the thighs. And roll on up. This time I'll turn the left toes out toward the short end of the mat. Take a nice big inhale. And then exhale. Bend into that left knee until you see that it is centered over your left ankle. It's important to stack the joints here, protect all of our joints. They're very valuable to us, especially the knees as runners. Now take your elbow down to your thigh, take the right shoulder back in space, and reach your right hand up and over, making yourself really nice and long, right fingertips to right foot. So if you're happy here, stay right here. It feels so great. Or if you'd like to go a little deeper, take that left hand down to the mat, take the right shoulder back in space, and reach. Now take your right hand down to the mat, turn the right heel up, step in just a little, straighten the left leg, and fold in. So you can keep your spine long here, or fold in, whichever one works. Well, let's lift back up. Step the right foot back a little bit. Bend back into the left knee. Bring the knee over the ankle and reach out long. Rock forward and back. Forward and press back. Now let's lower the right knee. Put the top of the foot down on the mat. Walk your hands back, roll the left toes up. So again, staying on the fingertips with the spine long, or folding in. Now lifting back up, nice long spine, walk the hands forward, bend back into that left knee. Lengthen out, press your sternum forward here. And now we'll plant the right hand. Bring the right heel in toward the bum and reach back for the right foot. Pull the heel in. Lower the left hand. Come back onto the toes on the right side. Lift your right knee, and we'll step that right foot in. Forward, fold. Now, plant your fingertips, heel toe out. Point the toes out, heels in. And we'll have a seat. Same thing here as before. Find the variation that works best for you. Take your triceps inside your knees if possible, and press the knees open as you lift your heart and lengthen your spine. We'll take the fingertips down, lift the hips up, heel toe in, and we'll take a forward fold. Bend the knees, roll all the way up, take a little shoulder roll. Now come down onto your mat, on your knees, with your toes tucked under, and your toes, big toes together, and the heels close together. And we're sitting the weight down on the heels, and I'm sure you start to feel this in the bottoms of your feet. This is so great if you run or walk a lot and use your feet so much. They need to stretch too. Well, let's take a couple of breaths right here. This can be so intense. Take some breaths. We'll try to stay here 3 long breath cycles. You got this. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Release your feet. Put the tops of the feet down on the mat. Feels so good. So, simple crossed leg position right in the center of your mat. Let's grab that strap, or a really long belt, or even a really long scarf would work here. But you do need some length. So we'll hold this strap or scarf so that there's not a lot of slack in it, but we've got it pulled. I'm not going to be able to. Yes, I will. Okay. So simple crossed-legged position in the center of your mat, and we'll grab that strap or belt or even a long scarf would work here. We do need some length to it though. So we take the hands pretty wide and pull the slack out. And you can experiment here with about how much space you need between your hands. If your hands are wider, it'll be a little more accessible for most. If your hands are narrower, it will be more challenging that way. So I'm going to take kind of a mid-range, a little wider than shoulder width, space between my hands. And the strap is right down in front. Now on an inhale, we'll take this strap, keeping it tight, up over your head. And then as you exhale, we'll let the hands and the strap come back and back. Maybe coming all the way down. So good for your shoulders. Take an inhale and we'll roll it back up. And exhale down in front. So much of running is forward movement. These sorts of movements right here counter that by opening up here and lengthening the muscles in the chest. Inhale, back up and over in front. Let's try that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale behind. Inhale back up. And exhale down in front. Now set your strap to the side. And we'll bring the soles of the feet together. Now again, I want you to experiment here with how much space you need between yourself and your heels. If it's accessible to you, you can pull the heels in really close. If you would like to, you can widen out this diamond shape so that it's a nice wide diamond. It's up to you. You find what works. Hold on to the ankles or the toes and let the knees open up, falling down toward your mat. So let's lengthen the spine here. Sit up really nice and tall. Take an inhale and exhale, fold in, maybe just a little bit. Keep your spine long, take your sternum forward. And we'll take a couple more breaths here, folding in more if it's accessible to you. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Tuck your chin, roll back up. And let's pull the knees together and step the feet out a little ways away so you have some space in here. Hold behind your knees and roll back onto your back. We'll set the right foot down, cross the left ankle over, and make a figure 4. Reach the left hand right between your thighs and pull the right leg in, pulling the left leg with it. Nice long breaths. I'll lower that right foot, lower the left. We'll cross the other way. Right ankle on top of left thigh. Reach the right hand right between. Pull everything in. Taking nice long breaths. This is such a great way to cool down slowly after a run. Now lower the left foot, uncross. Let your arms fall out beside you. Tuck the shoulder blades under. Extend one leg and then the other. Take just a moment here, 2, 3, maybe 4 minutes. Breathe deeply. Allowing your body to rest and relax just for a moment. And you ran today. And you stretched today. Makes it a good day.